Hi, I'm Kim, and I'd like to welcome you to our Generation E vlog for this week. And a few weeks ago, we had asked you, our audience, what are some questions that you may have that we could answer for you or we could help you along your journey? So this was one of the questions that we had. When you're a leader and your gifts tend to be compassion, server, it's just in your DNA to put others first. And that is true when you have these giftings. But how can you find the balance between serving others and keeping yourself filled? What a great question. So, just let me give you a little backstory. At our church Bayside, we have what we call our Discovery Seminar. And what we talk about are your motivational gifts. So, everyone has motivational gifts. There are 7, and these are part of your DNA. These are the things that God placed within your heart, within your soul, and this is how you operate in life. So a couple of those giftings are server and compassion. So a little bit about this person who wrote in. This is for you. So we know that a compassion gifted person, they love to promote unity. They are alert to emotional needs. They can go into a room and feel the emotional temperature of what's going on. They have a tremendous capacity to show love and empathy for others. Now, the server gift, they love to work with their hands. They're the ones that love to set up before a meeting, to clean up. They love to cook a lot of times. They love to serve others, and they also have high energy. They have a high energy level. So that's a little bit of background about these 2 particular giftings. But let me read a quote to you. We cannot confuse the command to love with the disease to please. Isn't that so true, ladies? So when you're a compassion server gift, that's what you love to do, is please. There are the 5 other giftings. There are 5 other ones. There are leadership ones, but not all of them have that capacity to love or that desire to want to please. So I love this quote. So these are a couple of things that I just wanted to throw out there and share with you. Food for thought, things that you can think about if you feel like, yes, I'm a compassion person, or yes, I think I have a server gift. First of all, you want to choose things that energize you. Me, I'm an encourager. I like to be with people, but I also have a perceiver gift. So I don't want to be with people 24/7, but I love speaking truth. I love speaking. I'm the director for our women's weekends at our church. So I have the opportunity to be with women on a weekend experience. Love it. However, when I get back, I know that I need to take some time for me. That's going to be downtime where I unplug, where I'm not really in and maybe having, like, I don't plan a dinner with a couple or with a group of people the Sunday night that I get back. Why? Because I know that that would not create balance in my life. And really, ladies, that's what it's all about. We can be career mothers, where we have a career and we have children. We can be stay-at-home moms, but at the end of the day, this is what I think. I think that we need to have balance and order. This is what it looks like for me, and I hope this will help you. Number 1 is, and for those of you who are believers and have been walking with the Lord for a while, you've probably heard this. It's a reminder though, but one of the things that I do is I put God first. That is priority for me. I can't do anything that I do if I'm putting Kim first, if I'm putting others first, if I'm putting my husband first. I can't do it. So for me, it's important to put God first. Then I put my husband, then my children. Then if I work outside of my home, it's my job. Then, surprisingly, 5th is going to be my ministry. Now, ministry, sometimes there are urgent times that I can bump them up. It could be before my job, before my kids, before my spouse, if I can work it out and they are not feeling neglected. Because if somebody calls from the hospital, that's an urgent need. That's something that I feel like, yes, I need to go and take care of. But my family understand that because that's not the norm for us. So I hope this gives you an idea of your balance and order. Also, the question was, how do you keep yourself filled? Well, I'm going to be honest. God instructed us to write our vision and keep it before our eyes. I think it's really important that you write the order of things like I have done with God first all the way down to my job in ministry. But I also think that in writing our vision, what is your vision for your quiet time? That's where you get connected with God. That's where you keep your relationship with God. And that's where you have to keep it a priority. And so, how do you keep filled? You don't let anything or anybody interrupt that quiet time. Now, for me, I'm a morning person. And so, for me, the quiet time works really well for me in the morning. For you, it may be in the evening, but it's hard to do it later because things come up in the evening that don't come up if you get up really early in the morning before anybody else gets up, before your kids get up, or before you leave for your job. So for me, to keep myself filled, I choose to have my quiet time in the morning, and I'm strategic about it. I think the last thing I want to leave with you is accountability. You know, I read this quote one time, I have learned it helps to link arms with each other because there are times that we need someone to hold us up or even yank us along. So you may ask, what does that have to do with what we're talking about? Well, if you have somebody that's a friend that you can open up to, share with them like what it looks like for you in a day. Share with them that sometimes as a compassion or a server gifted person, when somebody says, hey, can someone come and help volunteer? Your hand goes up first and you don't even think about it. If you have an accountability partner, then they're going to ask you if it's once a week, how are you doing with your balance? How are you doing with your order? Are you volunteering for things and you haven't thought about what your priorities are? Have you been taking time to spend with God in the mornings? Because if you have an accountability partner, most likely you're going to be thinking more consciously about, they're going to ask me at the end of the week. And you know, your heart is right. Your heart wants to serve. Your heart wants to wrap your arms around somebody and hold them. But you know, at the end of the day, I have a lot of people who I interact with. There are people that I lead in the Women's Weekend Ministry, but there are also women who have given me an opportunity to speak into their lives. But one of the things that I realized is that I pray about each opportunity, and I don't mean to make it so spiritual, but ladies, sometimes before you answer at all, don't give an answer. Just say, you know what, I'll get back with you on whatever that is. And then take time. If it's talking to your husband, if it's talking to your accountability partner, what that's going to look like in your schedule. All it is, ladies, is it's planning ahead and not jumping ahead. So let me just review really quickly, and then we're going to close out this vlog. So remember this, that you want to have balance and order, that you want to keep yourself filled by placing the vision before you, and that's to have your quiet time. That's to meet your husband's needs. That's to take care of your children. And that's to do a job with excellence and serve in ministry. And then the third thing was have an accountability partner. So this is what I'd love for you to do. We would love to hear your comments. We love your questions. So anything that you would like to comment, we want authentic conversations. Even interacting on our Facebook page and commenting can generate other questions and other comments so you can support one another. The second thing I would love for you to do is share our vlogs. We would love to be able to get out there and help some of your friends or some of your family, because we want to continue to grow Generation Eve. Thank you today for listening, and have a great day.